Let me be brutally honest with you. Most people selling digital products right now will not survive 2026. I know that sounds dramatic, but I've been watching this space for years. Sellers bragging about Canva templates, AI ebooks, or Etsy printables. It all looks glamorous until the sales dry up. Platforms are changing. Buyers are fed up with the same old junk. And AI, it's not a savior for many who don't know exactly how to use it effectively. It's about to make the digital market collapse under its own weight, if you ask me. But here's the good news. If you prepare now, you can be part of the 10% that not only survive the crash, the digital product crash, but thrive when everyone else is running for the exits. That's why I created this masterclass. I'm going to give you 5 secrets to outsmart the digital product crash in 2026. Secrets that most gurus won't tell you, either because they don't know or they don't want you to know. So stick with me until the end because I'll also tell you about the digital product survival system 2025 that I created, my complete playbook to help you prepare before the clock runs out. And let me tell you right now, this isn't about hype. It's not about chasing shiny objects. This is about truth, strategy, and survival. So let's dive in. First, let's talk about the big problem. Picture this. Back in 2021 and 2022, I knew creators who were making 5,000, 10,000, even 20,000 a month on Etsy. They thought they had it all figured out. But by 2023, some of these same shops couldn't break $500 even. What exactly happened? Can you guess? It was oversaturation. Everyone piled up on Etsy selling the same Canva templates and the same journals and the same planners. And buyers got smarter. They started asking, why should I pay for this when I've seen 10 other shops selling the same thing? And let's not even start with AI. It lowered the barrier to entry, which sounds great, of course, but it also flooded platforms with half-baked, low-quality digital products. I know one seller who spent 3 months cranking out AI ebooks. She uploaded 20 of them to Gumroad. Guess how many were sold? 1. And she refunded it because the buyer complained that it was just AI fluff. Some of you might be thinking, but Cheryl, isn't more competition proof that digital products are hot? Sure. Competition means there's demand, of course, but there's oversaturation without differentiation. And that's the difference. That's a crash waiting to happen. And the crash has already started, believe it or not. Did you know that Etsy now has over 7.5 million active sellers? That's double what it had been in 2019. Gumroad has over 75,000 active content creators, and the majority of them are offering the same types of products: journals, planners, templates, and ebooks. So the real question is, how do you avoid being one of the casualties in 2026? That's what the next 5 secrets are about. Make sure you have a notebook and a pen to write some of this stuff down because I'm about to unleash some underground secrets, legal of course, that you probably haven't heard about until now. Let's begin. Secret number 1, products that die versus products that thrive. The products that will die are the ones that are generic, easy to copy, and solve no real problem. AI ebooks, low content journals, basic Canva templates, these are already the dinosaurs of 2025. Now, let's talk about what is going to thrive. Bundles that provide a system and strategy, niche products that solve specific pain points, and offers that go deeper than surface level fluff. One of my subscribers proved this to me. She created a productivity ebook. Nothing special, right? But here's the twist. She bundled it with a planner and a checklist. Instead of one random product, she gave people a system. Within 10 days, she sold over 50 bundles, and those sales are still climbing as I speak. Another example is a seller on Etsy who was struggling to sell her meal planner printable. She took that same planner. She added a recipe card set, a grocery list template, and a bonus guide on batch cooking. Suddenly, her $5 printable became $19 as a bundle, and her sales tripled in 2 weeks. Okay, I know you must be thinking, but Cheryl, won't bundles take more time to create? Maybe, but here's the truth. One well-structured bundle can outsell 10 single products. The work pays for itself. You put in the work once, you sell over and over again. Yes, so you get the hard work out of the way and you get to sell the same product over and over again forever. Now let's do a quick recap of secret number 1. Don't just create products, create bundles, strategies, and more importantly, systems. That's your lifeline in 2026. Now let's move on to secret number 2. Platforms that collapse versus platforms that adapt. Now let's spill the tea on platforms starting with Etsy. Yes, Etsy has great traffic. I know that. There is no denying that, but it's becoming a nightmare for some people. Rising fees, stricter rules, and the constant threat of suspension. I know someone who built her Etsy store for 2 years, only to wake up one morning and see your account has been permanently suspended. No explanation, no appeal, just gone. And I must confess that it also happened to me, and it was frustrating, and I was distraught. You have no control over Etsy. Gumroad is creator friendly, sure, but it's had issues with payment processors and niche crackdowns. Sellers in certain categories have already been deplatformed overnight. Yes, so who survives? Platforms that adapt, like PayHip, Selfie, Lemon Squeezy, and Podia. Or even better, those who own their audience through an email list and drive them to their own website. Here's a case study so that you can understand more of what I'm saying. One seller that I know diversified early. Let me explain. She started on Etsy, but she built her own PayHip shop as a backup. When Etsy flagged her account, she didn't lose her business. She just redirected her customers to PayHip. Today, she makes more money on PayHip than she ever did on Etsy. Another creative friend of mine, she decided to use Gumroad and Lemon Squeezy together, combine them. Gumroad for her US audience and Lemon Squeezy for her international customers. She wasn't dependent on one platform. And when Gumroad had its payment processor issue or drama, her sales barely dipped because she had a backup. Wait. Are you thinking, but Cheryl, I don't know. I don't want to learn another platform. Here's my answer. You don't have to. Diversification doesn't mean juggling 5 shops. It means building at least one backup home for your digital products in case another one goes bad. Here's your recap for secret number 2. Don't be married to any one platform. Own your audience. 2026 will reward creators who diversify. Always remember that. Secret number 3. Systems, not products. This one separates the survivors from the failures. And if you're just creating random products, hoping that something will stick, you're gambling. You're gambling your business. The winners build systems, research systems, email systems, validation systems, and delivery systems. I worked with someone who had analysis paralysis. That's what I call it. She kept asking, which product should I make? Which niche should I pick? Instead of guessing, I walked her through a simple validation system. Poll your audience, check search demand, competition demand, and see what's missing. She launched her first bundle, and it sold out her very first week. Here's the shortcut. You don't always have to start from scratch. Creative Fabrica has thousands of products that you can edit, put your name on, and rebrand it. That's what I recommend if you're a beginner who needs a starting point. I will leave the link to Creative Fabrica's platform in the description. And all you pay is a nominal yearly fee. I believe it's like $30-something but it's well worth it. Trust me. Here's another example I would like to share with you. One guy that I know was selling digital workout trackers. Sales were slow and he almost gave up. But when I encouraged him to set up a validation system by asking fitness groups what they actually wanted, he realized that people wanted a nutrition tracker bundled with a workout tracker. He added that and suddenly his sales doubled. Oh, are you saying, but Cheryl, I don't have an audience yet? Here's the thing. Your audience doesn't have to be a huge following. Start small, a Facebook group, a Reddit community, and even a couple polls on Instagram. That's enough to validate whether people want what you're creating and trying to sell. Now for secret number 3 recap. Systems keep you alive when copycats flood the market zone. Products without systems, that's all just noise. Remember that and let that digest. Now let's continue to secret number 4. Okay, secret number 4, AI won't save you. Yes, I love AI because I use it every day. It has made automation and productivity so much easier for me. But I have to be blunt here. AI could destroy more businesses in 2026 than it saves. Of course, AI can help you brainstorm, outline, and speed up research. But lazy creators are using it to mass produce ebooks, templates, and courses. And buyers can smell it a mile away. Here's another case study to explain this. Exactly what I mean. Remember the seller with the 20 AI books that ebooks that I mentioned? She thought that she was building a digital product empire. Instead, she got refunds, complaints, and a reputation that was hard to recover from. Platforms are already reacting to all of this AI's junk. Gumroad has been quietly flagging low-quality AI uploads. Etsy has policies against mass-produced content. 2026 will only get much stricter. On the flip side, I know a coach who used AI to brainstorm ideas for her masterclass. But then she layered in her personal stories and expertise. Her students loved it because it felt human, not robotic. Not like a robot. That's what I mean. That's how you use AI responsibly. Here is your secret number 4 recap. AI is only your assistant, not your business model or business partner. Build on your personality, not ChatGPT's. Always tweak and edit the results that ChatGPT gives you or any other AI tool. In doing so, you will inject your own voice. Secret number 5, the mindset shift that nobody talks about. This one is personal for me, and it might sting a little bit, maybe for you. Most creators quit because they fall for the passive income myth. They think, make one Canva template, upload it, and sit back while the cash rolls in. I'm sorry, but it doesn't work like that. It does not. The creators who will thrive in 2026 are the ones who treat this like a business, not a lottery ticket. Reinvest profits into better systems and strategies. Focus on solving problems, not chasing trends. Those are the people that will succeed. Let me share a story with you. I know a creator who almost quit after 3 months of 0 sales. Of course, I understand. But instead of giving up, though, she studied her audience, tweaked her offer, and bundled her products into a complete system that could provide a solution. Today, she makes consistent monthly sales. Nothing flashy, but steady income that grows every month. Another example is a guy who sold templates on Gumroad. He thought he'd get rich quickly, very quickly. Mistaken. 3 months in, he quit because he only made $100. Meanwhile, someone else selling in the same niche stuck with it for 6 months, reinvested the profits, and by the end of that year was making $2,000 per month. The difference wasn't talent, it was mindset. Here's the recap for this secret number 5. Mindset is your foundation. Without it, the other 4 secrets don't matter. It starts right here. The 2026 crash warning is, we're going to put this together. It isn't going to be a gold rush. Let me make that clear. It's going to be a crash. Platforms are going to tighten their rules. Buyers will demand better products. AI will keep flooding the market with junk. But here's the truth. While 90% of creators will be scrambling, the 10% like you who prepare now will thrive. They'll stand out. They'll own their audience. And they'll have systems in place while everyone else is going to be panicking. Now, I'm going to dive into a few bonuses so that you can come away feeling like you've got a real deep dive from this masterclass. Would you like that? I'm sure you would. But before I wrap this up, I wanted to give you something extra because here's the truth. These 5 secrets I just went through are powerful, but I know some of you are still asking, okay, Cheryl, but what else can I actually do to get ahead before 2026? I'm glad you asked. Let me give you some bonus tactics that most creators overlook, but survivors like you in 2026 would absolutely be using them because you're listening to what I'm saying. And that's the hidden survival tactics that nobody's talking about. Bonus tactic number 1, build your buyer list, not just your product list. Most digital product creators make this mistake. They think the number of digital products that they create or they have equals the amount of money that they will make. And that is a myth. That is wrong. What really matters is how many buyers you can reach directly. That's the key. Platforms can ban you. Algorithms can hide you. But if you have a simple email list, even if it's just 50 people or even 10, you can keep making sales forever, over and over. I know one seller who only had 100 people on her email list. She thought that it wasn't worth much. But when she launched a new planner into a bundle, she made $1,400 in just one weekend, just by emailing those 100 people. That's the kind of leverage that you want going into 2026. Bonus tactic number 2, niche down until it hurts. Everybody says find a niche. I say find the niche, find the crack in the niche. That's what you need to do. Don't just do fitness templates. Do fitness templates for busy dads over 40 years old who want 20-minute workouts so they can spend more time with their kids. That's the level of specificity that cuts through the noise. Here's a case study to give you a better understanding. I saw someone selling generic wedding planners on Etsy. They weren't making much. Then they niched down to, guess what they niched down to? Budget wedding planners for small backyard weddings under $5,000. And guess what happened? They couldn't keep up with the orders. The orders were just coming in. The more specific you get, the more buyers feel like you made the product just for them. Bonus tactic number 3, bundle digital products with light services. This is where the survivors really win. You don't have to offer coaching or one-on-one hand-holding, but adding a small service layer to your product can set you apart from everybody else. Here's an example. If you sell a social media content calendar, offer a bonus service where you customize it with their brand colors or add 10 unique prompts for them. You would charge $15 extra, and it only takes 20 minutes. And suddenly, your $19 product is now selling for $34. And buyers feel like it's made just for them, as I said. That little hybrid of product and light service is nearly impossible for AI to replace. Bonus tactic number 4, learn from failures, yours and others. Most creators are terrified of failing. I know I was. They hide it, they ignore it, or they delete the product and pretend that it didn't happen or exist. That's a big mistake, excuse me. The fastest way to survive the crash in 2026 is to actually study what doesn't work. For example, I once tested a morning routine tracker. It sounded good in theory, but it bombed. I didn't just shrug it off. I asked buyers why they didn't want it. You know what they said? They already had dozen free ones from Pinterest. That failure taught me that I can't just create what sounds good. I have to validate it with potential buyers first. So don't be scared to fail. Just don't fail silently. Document it, analyze it, ask questions, and use it as data for your next product. Here's a pro tip. On your community post here on YouTube, create a poll to find out what buyers really want. You are going to be surprised how honest they are. And that's data that you can use to create the right products that will sell. Now let's keep going. Bonus tactic number 5, the 2026 early warning system. One of the smartest things that you can do before 2026 is to set up what I call an early warning system. Here's how it works. Follow platform policy updates religiously. Etsy has a seller handbook. Gumroad posts updates. Payhip has a blog. Subscribe to newsletters where other creators share their wins and their struggles. Watch Reddit communities. Trust me, people rant there before official news even breaks. If you know about changes weeks in advance, before everyone else, I should say, you can pivot early. And in 2026, pivoting fast will be everything. It's a game changer. Wait, I'm not done yet. I am spilling the tea today. I'm giving you everything. So here are some extra bonuses that I know you will appreciate. And I call these the playbook moves that you will need in 2026. Let's go even deeper. Yeah. And if you're still here with me, and I know you are, it means that you're serious about preparing for 2026. So let me give you the playbook moves that I haven't seen anyone on YouTube talking about. These are not generic tips. These are strategies that I've learned from watching creators crash, burn, pivot, and succeed. If you apply even 1 or 2 of these playbook moves, you'll be way ahead of most sellers when the crash hits. Let's start with playbook move number 1. Sell outcomes, not products. Here's the real secret and what I mean when I say this. People don't buy digital products. They buy outcomes and solutions. Nobody buys a budget planner because they want a planner. They buy it because they're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Nobody buys a social media template because they want Canva graphics. They buy it because they want clients and visibility. When you frame your product around the outcome instead of the object, which is the digital product, you instantly stand out. Here's a prime example. A friend of mine switched her Etsy shop title from Canva resume templates to Land Your Dream Job Resume Kit. Her sales tripled. Same product, different positioning. Playbook move number 2, I should say. Create once, multiply forever. Most sellers create one product, put it on one platform, and stop. Survivors like you are going to create one product and then remix it 10 different ways. Let me show you how. Ebook, you turn that into an audiobook. Planner, you're going to turn that into a Notion template. Masterclass, you're going to chop it up into mini courses and a workbook and even a checklist, which I'm going to do with this masterclass when I'm done. I'm not playing or joking, and you shouldn't either. I'm serious about how I'm going to run my business in 2026, and you should definitely do the same. It's the same core content, but you serve different buyer preferences. Some like to read, some like to watch videos, and some like to listen to audio. And that's how you stretch one product into a whole ecosystem. Let's move on to move number 3, the authority add-on trick. Let me explain. This one is sneaky but powerful. You add one piece of perceived authority to your product, and buyers see it as instantly more valuable. That could be an interview with an expert, a few curated resources with links to them, a mini case study that you have tested yourself. It does not have to be complicated, guys, but it makes buyers feel like your product is backed by proof, not just theory. I hope you got that one. Playbook move number 4. Community is a big deal, especially in 2026. The creators who survive will be the ones with a strong community, because products can be copied, but community loyalty cannot. This doesn't mean that you need a Facebook group with 50,000 people. Even a small paid group of 30 to 50 buyers who get ongoing support from you creates recurring income. Think of it like this. A $20 product is nice, but a $20 a month membership with 50 loyal members, that's $1,000 every single month, whether Etsy promotes you or not. Let's go on to playbook move number 5. Think evergreen. And let me explain that. Most people say make evergreen products, but then they create things tied to trends because they want to go viral, like 2025 wedding planner. That's not truly evergreen. A real evergreen product is something that solves a timeless problem. Budgeting, productivity, self-care, business systems, vegan meals, parenting, fitness. When you build products that work in any year, no matter what the year is, you insulate yourself from the changes. Now, here's the truth. If you combine the first 5 secrets that I tactics, honey, you've got a survival map that 90% of sellers will never have. While they're stuck copying Canva templates and chasing TikTok trends or Google trends, you'll be building a foundation that lasts for years to come. And I know that's what you want. Playbook move number 6, the pricing power shift. That one of the most overlooked strategies for 2026 is pricing. Most creators underprice their digital products because they are scared that nobody's going to buy. So they stick with $5 printables or $9 ebooks. But here's the kicker. When the market is flooded, cheap products actually get ignored. Think about it. If there are 50 journals on Etsy for $5, the buyer assumes that they're all the same. But if yours is positioned at $27 with a bonus video tutorial, audiobook, or a companion checklist, suddenly it looks like the premium solution that they would prefer to buy. Let me share one last story. A creator I know was selling a $9 budgeting spreadsheet. She was barely making sales. I told her to repackage it as a budget freedom toolkit with a short 15-minute video explaining how to use it. She raised the price to $29. Sales didn't drop. They increased. Why? Because buyers trusted the higher price value. Here's a lesson to learn. Pricing isn't just about covering cost. It's about positioning. And in 2026, the survivors will be the ones like you who package their products as solutions that's worth paying more for. You don't want to be the cheapest option in a sea of sameness. You want to be the trusted option that looks like it can actually solve a problem. And listen, I know this is a lot to take in. I know, but this bonus section right here, these 5 tactics could be the difference between having a digital product side hustle that fizzles out in 2026 or building a business that actually grows year after year. And that's why I created the Digital Product Survival System 2025, 2026, and beyond. This is your blueprint for preparing now before 2026 hits. Inside, I'm going to break down the apocalypse-proof product categories, platform migration strategies, AI-resistant business models, a 90-day action plan to get you ready before January 2026. Right now, it's at early bird pricing, launch pricing. But once 2026 hits, the price is going to go up. Don't wait until January 2026 when it's too late. Get your system now and be one of the survivors, the digital product survivors in 2026. You're going to thank me later. I hope you got some value from this masterclass. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell for more tips, tricks, secrets, and hacks. Until next time, take care, and I hope you enjoyed and you learned something new. I'd like to hear in the comment section, what did you learn new? What's the first move you're going to make? And if you need help, just let me know. I look at every comment and I will respond. Take care and thank you so much for your patience and thanks for watching. See you soon. Wait one more minute. Wait one more minute. Before you go, I've got one last thing for you because here's the truth. Everything we talked about today is so powerful, but it's only scratching the surface. That's why I put together my digital product survival system for 2025 and beyond. I briefly mentioned it in the masterclass before now, but I want to let you know that this is a complete blueprint to help you prepare before 2026 digital product crash happens. You don't want to end 2025 without this in your digital arsenal. By the end of 2025, every creator is going to wish they had this system that I created. But you already have it. You will already be ahead of the game. I already told you what's inside, but you will get more details when you click that link in the description. If the secrets, tactics, and tricks I gave you in this masterclass today do not convince you that I really know what I'm talking about, then wait until you open up my digital product survival vault. And kicker, none of what I taught you today in this masterclass is even inside my vault. Inside the vault are underground secrets I've never shared on YouTube. So please go grab it now. If you're really serious about making money online in 2026, it's selling at the early bird pricing right now, but the price will definitely go up as 2026 gets closer. So don't wait until it's too late. Click the link in the description, grab your copy today, and be one of the survivors of this digital product crash. Trust me, your future self will thank you. See you in the next video, and thank you for staying until the end.